Bitcoin and Ethereum. What's his next move? Let's find out in the charts here, shall we? Oh my God, Bitcoin. We did a Bart Simpson, right, move, right, reverse Bart right here. As you can see, it's like, no, for the bears. And then we're back up here and we're trying to break out of this doldrums. And are we going to break out, or are we going to roll over and head to 51,000? We're going to talk about that and more in today's episode. I hope you are having fun. I hope you had a great weekend and a great time. I know I did in the Maldives. I'm sure if you were following me on Instagram, if you are not following me on Instagram, please be careful out there. There's a lot of fakes, a whole lot of fakes. I mean, I went on to a friend's phone. I couldn't even find myself. I could not. So if you want to find me, the links are in the description on how to get directly to me. Make sure that you use that link. Or if you just type in at Davinci15, yeah, you'll find me that way. That's the right one, and nothing else. At the Davinci15. Everything else is a scam. Then there's a lot of them out there. So do not get scammed. And if they message you and ask you for money, it's not me. I will never ask you for money. So don't, especially on a direct message, right? That's not going to happen. Right? So do not give anyone or my staff or that directly message you for money. That's not happening. Do not expect that to happen to not even just me, but any of the crypto people that you follow. If you believe for 1 second that that's them, you're completely wrong. just know that you're completely wrong. All right. With that said, oh man, we got some charts to show you. It's crazy out there. I know we've been brutalized. The bulls have been brutalized a lot. All of a sudden, we just got dumped on, and now we're getting a Bart Simpson right back up to where we were, at least before we dumped. And so, yeah, it's looking good and looking great. And if you want to trade this, you can trade it at bybit.davincij15.com or femex.davincij15.com. Those are great places to start trading, and I suggest you go do that right now, because there's huge bonuses on both those websites, and that's free money that you could trade with and make a lot of money trading. I mean, huge amounts of money trading on those sites, and then you don't have to use your own money. So go ahead and do that. Okay, with that said, remember, nothing here is financial advice. Please do your own research before putting your own hard-earned money into the market. All right, let's bring up the chart, shall we? Wow. Well, Bitcoin has done another reversal. As you can see, we are reversing here from a downward movement. You can see also if we do a fib, I bet you there's this is it looks like at the 50% mark and not the 61.8. Let's see where it is. And most likely even a 38.2. Nope, it's not even. Yeah, it's just a 50% level and it reversed upwards. So that's interesting. It's not a fib level, it's the 50% level. But it's also a good point to check for a reversal. You'd have to go down to lower time frames when you're dealing with fast movements, right? To really catch these things. You can see you had a nice clear W here that almost faked you out, but it didn't quite do it. So you can see that if you were to take this W on a lower time frame, because hey, you know what? There was no guarantees. Most likely, this would have been stopped out, right? Because there's no guarantees on this one. But if you take enough W's, they eventually work out so that you're actually making more money than you're actually losing. So that's what you need to do, right? You always want to make more money, right, than you're losing. So on these trades. So there you go. This W worked out. Has already been played out, and you could have taken profits, or another thing what people do is let their winners run and let their losers go, and you could have moved your stop to from break even to when you're once you're up at 50%, right? You move it to break even, and then you move it up. If we get above 66%, right, you could move it up to the 50% level, and then see if you can really go, or you can actually take a little bit of a profits as you get your hard target. That's one of the many ways of trading and making yourself make a little bit more extra money should you get into a winning trade. Now, of course, this trade right now, if you're doing it properly, you want a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. I'm right now holding the control. I hope you guys got your subscription to TradingView on Black Friday, because it was a great deal there. There you go. So did this get stopped out? Yeah. It looks like you. No. Hang on a second. Hang on. We gotta move this a little bit over. And yeah, it looks like you got stopped out just by a little bit, by a hair. Horrible. It's always, there's always that chance that you get stopped out on a trade, and yeah, that would have been like, never revenge trade. When the market does something like this, when it trades and then it goes, oh, you're right, but I'm gonna wipe you out. Don't revenge trade. You look for the next trade. Right, and the best thing would have for you to have done, right? Should you have like failed, got into this W and failed, it's okay. You let it go, right? Right. You look for the next trade. The next trade, you can say, okay, well, you know what? I'm seeing that this thing went back up. There's a W. Don't revenge trade. Don't just like bastard buy as this thing takes off, right? You go, okay, what's the next trade? And look, there's a little bit of a W right here, right? It looks even like a cup and handle, right? If you take the whole move here, let me just draw it out for you guys so that you can see. Right, so that was the next thing you could have done for trading this market, and you could go, okay, yeah, there it is, right? I'll ignore the wick because it's too crazy high, and I'll just use the body candle, the candle body as the entry point, and this would be my stop loss here, right way down here, and then the target is pretty high. Did we already make the target? Wow, we did already. And then you could see that you didn't get stopped out on this one, or maybe you did. Hang on, no, you didn't, because the breakout would have been right there, 2-to-1 right here. No way of getting stopped out. You would have just got in on entry and then off you went, into the sunset. You would have. I think you haven't hit your target. Yes, you haven't almost hit the target there, but yeah, you could be moving your stops to 50%, or even like moving stops to 50% at least, right at this point, and then. Waiting to see if you can take profits at 100% at 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So that's another. This one failed, but this one's going to make you some money, right? Or at least get you back to break even, right? It's because if you move your stops to 50%, and it comes back and breaks you out, stops you out, boom, those last two trades are even. So this is how it is when you're doing some short-term trading. Now, for those who want to do a long-term trading, right, we've missed our boat, because if you can see here, let's go over to the this has now turned into a buy signal. Yes, you can see here on the 4-hour, we are actually turning this into a buy signal with my indicators, which I'm going to be selling soon. I'm sorry, I have to put together a what's it called, a point of sale system so that you guys can actually enter and buy this product, right? The guy hasn't set up a merchant, but I'm doing that for him, right? And then we also haven't signed the contract yet, but hopefully we will get that done, and then you guys can have this rate indicator. You can see on the daily we're still in the sell mode though, so price action, we could still see some price action heading downwards here. So we want to cool our jets. Don't get too excited about going into a long so much, but yes, it is telling us that, hey, we are in a buy. So make sure if you want to trade this right now and looking for a buy signal, I always, whenever I use these signals on a longer time frame, I'm looking to either, if you're going to jump in right away, honestly, I would look for some reason to jump in right away on the lower time frames, And honestly, I don't see that right now. I think you'll be chasing a little bit here. And so I'm not willing to say, hey, jump in this long trade, because it's going to turn out well, right? So I would be careful with every single indicator you use, because they're not 100%, right? And nothing is. But yeah, this one is pretty straightforward. What you do is whenever it tells you to buy, you buy, and whenever it tells you to sell it, you close your position, or reverse. If it tells you to short, you reverse your position if it tells you to buy, and that's it. Not too much to it, right? It's this particular product is really easy. It's almost a no-brainer. So yeah, I'm looking forward to selling this and providing this to all of you guys who are interested in getting something that's easy to use. Now, this is best used. What I've noticed is this is best used on spot market to scalp the markets if you're doing it during the daytime. But scalping on leverage can be dangerous, and actually, without you knowing a lot about how the fee structure works, you can end up even being right but losing money. So that's what you have to be very careful if you're scalping, right? It's not that easy. So scalping is going down to the lower time frames, basically going down to the 5 minute and taking all these buys and sell signals on the 5 minutes during the day, right? Because there's a lot more of them during the day, but you have to be super careful. Even though you can see there's a lot of space for you to reverse your trade, right? Every single time. With scalping, this could kill you. Just these ups and downs right here. Even though you're looking, well, dude, there's lots of profit there. Look, there's always winning. Yeah, but you need to learn something else. So you're gonna get wiped out on fees. So yeah, don't do this for leverage trading. Yes, you will get wrecked. All right. I'm going to be warning you guys of that many times once I'm selling this tool, so keep that in mind. Okay, that said, we're kind of late to the party on the short-term time frame. Not sure if I would be ready to go for a buy here because we missed a train there. All kinds. I would wait to get a different signal, get some other confirmation signal, some sort of W on the 15 minute before I could jump in. Now that I know that it's in the buy zone, so it would be nice for us to consolidate a little bit and give us some sort of Wing pattern on the lower time frames to give us an entry to stick with this particular buy signal on this candle here, which hasn't really closed. So be careful. Also, this will change on an unclosed candle, so it will of course remind you of that and when we do provide this signal software. Okay, remember, this is in front of a live audience, and we're having a lot of fun. I answer people's questions, right? Give them some feedback, right? And if you want to join this and learn and get some other types of signals, other signals on different cryptocurrencies, thanks to Lee, who's fully recovered from his sickness. Thank goodness. I'm glad to have him back. And yeah, you could definitely get your money back by following some of the signals that are provided in the group. So make sure you come on down and join it, because there's lots of money to be made. Also, head over, make sure you own some DJ15 tokens and use our referrals links such as bybit.davinci15.com, right? And it's really easy to go to, right? And let me just help you out with that. Really easy to remember. I'm sure you guys know my handle here is DaVinciJ15, and yeah, you hit enter and you log in, and you will, you could get up to $4,100 bonus, sign-in bonus. So make sure you use my link to get that free money, right? And then also, if you own the DJ15 tokens and use any of these, you will also be able to get some of that money back as I buy up the tokens and burn them for sure. And so yeah, also if you're in South America, right, you can use Buddha as one of the major exchanges, which they are very fast. I could deposit cash the same day and buy the crypto and withdraw it the same day, and same with going the other way. Same day services for the South Americans. So make sure you get Buddha.com account and you click on there to get 50% off their trading fees. Okay. Let's head over to Ethereum. See where Ethereum's going. Ethereum's blasted off. Oh my gosh, look at that, man! I got in on a trade down here because I just did a blind buy-in down here. I was like, it was like adding to a bunch of entries all the way down here, and I didn't think this was going to happen. I thought all these entries would just get left behind, and I just got filled. And so yeah, I got lucky on that one, and here we are, right? I held those trades to right now, and wow, it has really blasted off. I'm looking forward to see how far this can go. So let's take a look at that. So right now, you can see there is a little bit of a W, but it's not the cleanest one because, you know, we've broken even the candle bodies of the last W. So I'm like hesitant to call this a W at all because of its lack of central point. So I'm a little concerned of this move. I've got my doubts, and I wouldn't be surprised if we come back down and oscillate between these things again. Wouldn't be surprised if we come back and maybe even do a Hail Mary pass, because this is like what is this? This doesn't look right. This whole chop. I think we need some stairs stepping upwards, not just okay, we're bouncing off the bottoms here a few times, right? We're 1, 2, 3 times, 4 times. Yeah, concerned. I would say we come back a little bit here, right back to this, at least to 61.8, wherever the top might be. This might not be the top. Right, we can see that the 61.8 would be, oh, look at that, there's some resistance levels right down there. So wouldn't be surprised if the 61.8 is the point where we come back and retest and then bounce higher. But most likely, I've noticed that Ethereum loves the 78.6 more than the 61.8 on the higher time frames. So wouldn't be surprised if we come back all the way back here to test these lows. But most likely, if I were to bet you any money, it would be the 61.8 is the lowest where we'll probably go. That's if we roll over here. So let's see what happens, right? We could bounce off this breakout point here and go a lot higher. So let's just see what the price mark action occurs in the next little while. Yeah, the 5-minute shows that we're mooning a little bit. You can see lots of W's to get you in, and there's nothing we can do right now except sit on our hands and wait for, signals to get us into a trade. You don't trade right when the market's just blasting up, because that's how you get wrecked, right? People tend to go, wow, oh my God, it's going on. Everybody's buying, and I'm left behind. I've got to hit the buy button. Don't fall into that trap. That's a trap that the market's laying out for you. Every single person falls for it. You're not the only one. But just try not to fall for it, and try not to buy up markets like that. Yes, sometimes they continue higher, right? Sometimes, but more often than not, they actually reverse on you. So consider that when you feel like, hey, well, this time might be it. Okay, well, this time it might be continuing higher. Yes, I agree, but the odds are it's not. Okay, so you want to play the odds. All right, so nothing really to do here except wait. It's kind of late for the party, so we'll just have to do that on Ethereum. The dominance. Oof. Well, you see the dominance is breaking lower. That's beautiful. We just need to break these wicks with the candle body, and then boom, it's 39%. And then when we break the 39%, it's like, oof, another move is to 35. And then once the 35% is broken, dude, it will be a Bitcoin nightmare. It's a Bitcoin nightmare as alts just absolutely crush the Bitcoin in returns, but as you could have held, any kind of alt practically, and it would outperform Bitcoin by leaps and bounds. So this is why I used the little lady strategy, because you want to hold real money, and that's Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is not going anywhere, right? Bitcoin has the consensus algorithm, the mining, all that to make sure that there's no way that we can roll back and make changes to the database. It is the secure hard money of the future, and that's why you want to hold on. And even though it's not going to perform as well as some cool new project, because it's going to be money, because it's money, and cool new projects always outperform, of course, even the dollar, right? so they outperform money, right? And so Bitcoin is money, right? And that's why you need to get your Bitcoin, or else and you should sell some of your alts as it goes higher, because if you don't get to your Bitcoin, eventually those alts are going to correct, and you're going to regret not selling into Bitcoin. So before I close it off, let me just quickly look at the crypto bubbles, see what's going on there. Massive explosion, man, of everything you can see. There's a little bit of backing off. Remember, Gala was at 800%, but that's okay. You can see Sand is up 300%. Like, lots of things are just moving very fast. So hopefully, you got into some of these things with the little lady strategy, right? Free videos are on that. If you just head over to www.davinci15, davincicodes.net, /videos. All right. Thank you all for watching. Remember, Bitcoin's real. Bitcoin's here to stay, and you need to be a part of it. Cheers.